Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to Revenue Radio. I'm Barrett Matthews with my lovely, talented, and gifted co-host Kelly. Where's Kelly? Oh, Kelly's not with us today. Kelly Perry, that is, the Kelly Perry. Kelly's not with us today. Kelly is actually out of town speaking at another engagement because if you all know Kelly Perry, like I know Kelly Perry, Kelly is always in demand. People want her to travel all over the place and speak. I think she's only in Virginia today. You know, we operate out of Maryland usually. She's in Virginia today, but Kelly could be anywhere, Florida, the Midwest, somewhere. She's always traveling. And I know if she were with us today, she'd say, I can't talk because I am actually in Atlanta, Georgia. You all have been watching the show or listening to the show long enough to know that I come to Atlanta quite often. And I got an event that's coming up tomorrow that many of you know about. Some of you don't. If you know people that want to come, I will give you the information. It's called Passion to Profits Atlanta, and we will be doing that tomorrow. If you're wondering, if you're watching the show, if you're wondering why I'm sitting here with the phone up to my ear while on camera, there's a very simple reason for that. One is because Blog Talk Radio, we talk through the telephone to get through the internet. And if I had my phone on speaker, it would be an echo because it's also broadcasting through the computer as well. So we don't want the echo. We can't feed it through right now through the stream. So what I wanted to do is make sure that you all could hear me without an echo, and that's why we're doing it like that. I also wanted to make sure that you all know, call in today if you have questions or comments. The number here, 347-989-8385. That's 347-989-8385. We have a fun-filled show today. We're going to have a lot of fun today. It's just we're going to be talking about writing a book. This whole month is about being an author. Last week, we had Vanessa on the show, and it was fantastic. And she really talked to you about how to publish that book. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well today. As you know, I coach people on writing books as well. We're going to talk about that. It's just a lot of things we got going on. You need to really stay plugged in with Kelly and I. And one thing I want to urge you guys to do is to go to our Facebook page at Revenue Radio. Just go to our Facebook page. Make sure you join our page. Make sure you're plugging in, typing comments, letting us know what you're doing, letting us know how much you like the show, what things you want to hear. We had some people that commented that they love some of the interviews that we've done and so forth. Kelly and I plan on doing so much with this show. We're pretty soon we're going to be showcasing you. You're like, what? Yeah. Well, pretty soon what we're going to be doing is if you have a product or a service that you want to promote, we are going to be able to help you get that out there to the public, help you. We're going to help you make money. How's that sound? Because we are Revenue Radio. So as Revenue Radio, it's our job to help you to make money. I want to give a quick shout out. I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. Well, yes, I am. It's my show. I want to give a shout out to Tom Brown. He's doing a show, a good friend of mine. He's doing a show called Doing Good, and he had me on his show recently, and I just want to give him a shout out. Thank him for that as well. Tom, good looking out for us. And I just want to tell everyone, if you have a business, if you have a service that you're doing, if you're helping people make money, let us know. We want, Revenue Radio, that's what we're about. We're about helping you to be in business. The business of business is making money. So we want to make sure that you're doing that. As I said, I'm here in Atlanta. I'm enjoying this lovely day. It's sunny. When I first got here, it was raining, but it's been sunny ever since. I have endured a little bit of car issues since I've been here. I have a spare car that I keep here. And I'm gonna let y'all know my business. I have a spare car that I keep here, and just found out blew the head gasket. So it happens. It happens. And one thing I want to give you a bit of advice here. Now, there was a time in my life, and some of you are dealing with this right now, where you let something like that just ruin your whole day, ruin your week, ruin your month, ruin your whole year. And I learned after dealing with stuff like that, you know what? Life happens. Life happens. The head gasket is blown. I cannot change it from being blown. It happened. But I realized I can't control that thought that comes in my mind once I hear that my head gasket is blown. but I can control how long it stays there. And the same thing applies to you. You can't control those negative thoughts that are going to come into your head, but you can control how long they stay there. It's your recovery time that you have to work on. How fast is your recovery time? Are you going to sit there and wallow in it, live in that self-pity, live in that doubt and despair? Or are you going to say, you know what? Okay, that happened. What am I going to do now? And that's how I'm looking at it. Mine is, what am I going to do now? So I have alternatives. And that's the great thing about the world that we live in, the country we live in, and being able to have alternatives. I mean, I had a car to drive. Thank God I had a car to drive. I have other alternatives to get around. Thank God I have that. You know, there's some people that don't have that option. So there's no need in whining about it. It's time to get up and do something about it. So I want to talk about some of the things we have coming up. I got my notes here. Kelly has the Girls Night Out coming up, and I don't know the date, so don't quote me on that. But I do know she has her Girls Night Out coming up, and I just want to give her a shout out on that. Let me see if she texted me on that. Hold on one second. I don't think she did. Oh, she did. Ha ha. She said she's receiving the 100 Phenomenal Women. That's in the metro area. That's this Saturday in DC metro area. Kelly Perry, that's my girl. She is getting honored as the 100 Phenomenal Women in the DC area. And her Girls Night Out, y'all better get ready for this. It's coming December 6th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Go to her website at CoachKellyPerry.com. That's Coach, CoachKellyPerry.com to register. So I wanted to say it one more time. She is receiving the award for the 100 Phenomenal Women in the DC metro area this Saturday. I am so proud of her. She's one of two friends. My good friend Anita Posey Fendel is also being honored. Anita and I grew up together, so I'm just happy. Two people I'm very close to are getting honored for that. And also Kelly Perry is also having on December 6th, that's coming up in a couple weeks, from 4 to 7, Girls Night Out. That's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to have a lot of fun with her. Kelly is a joy to be with, and she's such a wealth of knowledge, and she can help you if you have a business, if it's something you want to learn. Hang out, have some fun, learn, and just enjoy yourselves while you're doing it. And Kelly is there to help you to do that. So, and go to her website, CoachKellyPerry.com. That's Coach Kelly, Kelley, Perry.com. All right? That's Kelly's, what's going on in Kelly's Corner. I always like to give a shout out to Kelly's Corner. Also, now let's talk about what's going on with me. I'm going to announce this again, but since I'm the only host today, hey, you got me. All right. As I mentioned, I want you guys to make sure you join our Facebook group on Revenue Radio. And please do me one favor. If you're already in our group, Revenue Radio, share it. Let all your friends know. Share it. I noticed throughout every week, we got a few more people coming to Revenue Radio, wanting to join Revenue Radio. We want all of you to be able to join our Revenue Radio group. All of you. So we want to make sure that you are spreading that word, letting everyone know to join our Revenue Radio group. I'm checking on Facebook now. Didn't see anybody that told anyone else to do it. So I want to make sure that you all are telling your friends to join the Revenue Radio group. Okay? Now, tomorrow, Saturday, here in Atlanta, the 21st of November, we are having Passion to Profits Atlanta. I'm so excited. We did this, we did Passion to Profits a couple of times in the DC area. But this is the first time we're doing it here in Atlanta, Georgia. I am stoked, guys. I am so excited. This event is going to be phenomenal. We're doing a one-day event in Maryland. We did it as a 2-day event. We will probably have to do a 2-day event here in Atlanta the next time we do it, which will probably be in a few months. I don't know, 3-4 months from now. But depending on how this turns out tomorrow. But we have such a lineup. As you all know, I am the leading expert in productivity and profitability. So I will be talking on that. I'll be talking on how you can be a more productive you and in turn become a more profitable you. We also have Sherry Pill Jackson. That's my girl. She's got a phenomenal story. And you heard me mention her a little bit last week. Sherry has a story of she was an IRS insider. So she's going to talk to you about your accounting, your taxes, your bookkeeping, some things you need to know. If you're in business, Sherry knows. She knows, and she knows the inside scoop that most people don't know. You need to hear her story. It is incredible. It's a phenomenal story. Also, coming to the stage, we have Dr. Ed Womack. Dr. Ed Womack, that's my boy. I hope we can get him on the show today, just to give a little shout out to y'all a little later on today. But Ed Womack, he is such a leader. He's got a great story himself, but he is such a leader. I mean, he is driving a whole movement right now to get men to stand up and be men, to be the kings we were meant to be on this earth, so that we can lead this world in the way it's supposed to be led, so our kids don't run out and do stupid things, so our women can be the women they were meant to be if the men stand up and do what they meant to do. Ed Womack and his Man Rise Up movement, I'm all behind him 110%. We have Mr. Clark Garrison. Clark Garrison, he's the man behind the machine. He is the genius behind Survival Radio Network. Clark Garrison, that's my man. He's listening right now. He's under the weather. Get well soon, Clark. We got to have you get well, because you're going to be there tomorrow at Passion to Profits. So Clark is with us tomorrow, and he wrote the books, Survive the Next 365, How to Survive the Next 365, and The Phoenix Effect. He has a fantastic coaching program, and he will show you how to rise from the ashes and become the genius and the brilliance that you were meant to be. So also Clark Garrison will be there. And then the man who really needs no introduction. He's been on our show. You heard him. You love him. Mr. Myron Golden will be with us at Passion to Profits Atlanta. I got to tell you guys a quick story real quick. First of all, Myron Golden, multimillionaire. He's the author of the book From the Trash Man to the Cash Man. Yes, he used to actually be a cash man. I mean, a trash man. Now he's the cash man. And he also wrote the book Click and Order for Brick and Mortar. And if you're in the network marketing business, you need to come hear Myron as well, because he also wrote a book called Line 'em Up and Sign 'em Up. Phenomenal book. But he has created millions for himself, and he's helped others to make millions for their businesses just by the systems and practices and principles that he uses. He'll show you how to do that himself. He has a program called the 1 Year Millionaire, and he'll show you how to become a millionaire just like he did. So he phenomenal. But Myron called me. This is the funniest thing. He called me this week, and he said to me, "So Barrett, I understand that you have an event coming up, don't you?" And I said, "Yeah, I have one this Saturday in Atlanta, the Passion to Profits." And so I told him, I said, great. And so I said, okay, great, fantastic. Well, what I want to do is I'm doing this event, and Myron goes, well, hey, let me ask you before you go on, can you did you already have it set? Because if so, I'd come up if you didn't have it already set. I said, yeah, sure. He's like, are you sure? I said, Myron, of course I want you there. Y'all don't understand. If you got the chance to have a multimillionaire come speak to you and your group, you take the chance to learn from them. Well, so he's so humble about it. I just thought that was so funny. So, guys, I got a special treat for you, a real special treat for you right now. I spoke it into existence because one of our fantastic speakers, Dr. Ed Womack, is actually on the line right now. And I want to bring him to you so you all can just hear from Ed Womack about what he has coming up tomorrow at Passion to Profits Atlanta. Ed, are you there? I am doing marvelously well and improving, sir. It is good to hear your voice today, man. Well, I thank you for that. Look, I resemble that remark. And back at you, my brother, back at you. Hey, then you just had an event recently on the 14th, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait, man. I'm looking forward to that. And then if you've never heard Ed Womack speak, man, you guys are in for a treat. He is full of energy, and I tell you, and I think your lovely wife can agree. You never know what you're gonna get when you hear Ed speak, because because Ed actually was speaking and proposed to his wife. So I just want you guys to know with Ed, you don't know what you're going to get, but you do know you're going to come away changed. And I definitely know that. Is there anything that the people need to be ready for tomorrow? Hmm. Hmm. That's right. That's right. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. Mm. That's right. Mm. Ooh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait, man. I am excited about this. We're gonna have some fun tomorrow. Now, also, Ed, you have tickets to sell if people want to get tickets from you. Ed is a resident here in Atlanta, so he has tickets to sell. So if you want to get with Ed, how can they get in touch with you about getting tickets? Tell it, tell it. That's the truth. Mm. Hmm. Hmm. Yes. Never know. Yes. Hmm. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Say, I'm with you. That's true, brother. Our good friend, I heard Trevor Ott say one time that if an eagle hangs with chickens too long, he forgets how to fly. We are. That's true. There will. That's true. That's true. And the tickets for this event, they are retailed at $397. Ed just told you he has deep discounts. I ain't got nothing to do with his discount. So I'm just letting you know. If he discounts it for you, I don't care as long as you got the ticket. So you need to get with Ed. You need to get with Ed because he got some discounted tickets. So I would say give him that contact information again, Ed. All right, y'all. Passion to Profits. Be there tomorrow. That's Dr. Ed Womack. You will get to meet him and hear him live tomorrow. So go get it from Ed, and we'll see you tomorrow. Ed, thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, we'll have to have you come back on another time as well. All right. You take care, my friend. Talk to you soon. All right. Bye bye. That was Dr. Ed Womack, everyone. I hope you all were able to hear him. Those of you who were watching online, you probably just saw me talking, but Ed was bringing the heat, talking about how you can really grow yourself by being in Passion to Profits tomorrow. For those of you who have not registered for this event, you can go and register. I have some deep discounts too. Don't worry, I got some discounts too. As I said, the tickets regularly are $397, and from the lineup that we have, you heard me go over it. It's well worth it. But you can get the tickets for only $97. That's right. I'm taking $300 off the ticket for you. All you have to do is text ATL because we're in the ATL. Text ATL to this number 929 244 4323. Text ATL to 929 244 4323. Now, I want to go over some other things that we have coming up other than Passion to Profits, which I can't wait for that. I'm so excited. But I want to go over some more things that have coming up before we take a break. Also, uh, December 9th is the next a call to action conference call we'll be doing. But something else happens in December with a call to action. A call to action, just so you know, is the conference call I do for entrepreneurs and business owners. I do it at noon on Wednesdays, but I'm going to start doing it weekly now. We were doing it monthly, but we're going to do it to weekly. Every week, we're going to do a call to action, a conference call. We've been getting some good response from it, so we said, why not? Let's just move it to a weekly call and talk about a myriad of things each week. So we're gonna make sure that you all can do that. So I want to extend the invitation to you right now. Text the word call to the same number 929 244 4323. Register so that you'll get all the information about a call to action coming up. You're going to enjoy that. It's a free conference call. There's no charge for that. You get on, you get the information as well. Also, this Sunday, I cannot wait. Sunday, I have the Book Writers Procrastination Club, and we're going to be talking about that a little bit more throughout the show here. But I have a special guest. We have a Meet the Author episode. this week, this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, we're bringing to you the one and only Bernadette Stannis. That's Thelma from Good Times for y'all that don't know the name. Thelma from Good Times. I had a good talk with her last night. She is ready to go. She's got a lot of information to bring you guys. She has written 3 books, and she's coming to talk about her latest book, and it's called The Last Night. It's about her mom and the relationship they had. Her mom passed away from Alzheimer's, and she's going to talk about that and about how you can write a book and how you can get your story out. She's so excited to talk to you guys. She is such a sweetheart, and I can't wait to have her on the show to talk about that and to talk about how you can make a difference in other people just by getting your message out to the public. So what you can do for that, text the word Thelma, 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 to the same number, 929-244-4323. This is free, everyone. This is free. Text the word Thelma to 929-244-4323 and register for this event. And you also get a little special free gift just for doing that as well. Woo, what else do we have going on? Oh, by the way, stick around to the end of the broadcast on Sunday. It was me and Bernadette, because I have a very, very, very special announcement to make for the Book Writers Procrastination Club. Very special announcement. You all are going to flip your wig when you hear this announcement. You ain't going to believe it. I tell you, you're not going to believe it. I promise you. But it's a special announcement for you. Now, on December 12th, Kelly Perry, my partner, she and I are going to be putting on a workshop for you guys. This workshop is going to make sure that you guys get to work and make sure that all of your stuff going into 2016 is set and ready to go. It is called Awaken the Force. Now, you've heard all the Force Awakens stuff talking about Star Wars coming up. Well, we said, guess what? Star Wars ain't the only one that got a Force working with them. We do too. So we're going to awaken the Force on December 12th. All you have to do to register for that event. Now, here's the thing. The event is $99. It's an all-day boot camp. You're actually going to do work this time. We're going to help you to get some work done. This is not just a talk. You're not just listening to us talk. You're going to actually go to work, pen to paper, desk, everything. You're going to get some work done. That's our job at this boot camp, is to make sure you come out a different person than when you went in, and your business is in a different position than when you came in. That's the purpose of this thing. Tickets are $99, but if you act now, your tickets are only $49, the early bird special, $49. Now, also, you can get, if you go, you can check us out, but there's also a VIP. If you want to pay extra for the VIP, you're going to get to have lunch with the expert. You're going to have Kelly and me, and you're also going to get a special surprise guest for our lunch with an expert. That's the VIP. So go right now. Text the word awaken, 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 to the same number, 929-244-4323. I should have put that on the screen, huh? Awaken, 929-244-4323. Awaken the Force is coming December 12th. We're going to have the graphics and everything. We want you guys to be ready for this. It's going to be exciting. We want to fill the room with people who want to come to this event. So we're excited about it, and we hope that you all can be in attendance. It's going to be fantastic. So what we're going to do right now on Revenue Radio, we are going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to talk to you about how you can write a book, but not just write a book, but how to write a book fast. We'll be back in 2 and 2.
With over 1 million downloads, we're offering high-exposure 30-second spots on our network, reaching diverse demographics both locally and nationwide. Give us a call at 323-977-8172 or visit our website at www.survivalradionetwork.us today. SRN, we do radio.
Do you have tax issues? owe back taxes, or need tax relief. Contact L&B Tax Service today. L&B offers you over 15 years of expertise and first-class tax service for individuals, professionals, and business owners with nationwide service. You can easily find a location near you. Contact one of our tax professionals through our website, lbtaxservice.com. That's www.lbtaxservice.com. L&B Tax Service Incorporated. Tax professionals that you can trust.
The 2016 U.S. Department of Energy Small Business Forum and Expo will take place in Atlanta, Georgia, next May 23rd to the 25th. Small businesses interested in working with the federal government are encouraged to attend. The forum will provide educational workshops on how to contract with the government, as well as business matchmaking sessions for all small business concerns. For additional information, please visit the event website at smallbusinessconference.energy.gov or call 571-297-4006. This has been a public service announcement.
Survival Radio Network, with now more than 1 million downloads. Congratulations to the staff, producers, engineers, and hosts for your tireless pursuit of excellence. And thank you, our loyal listeners, for supporting this movement to inspire, motivate, and educate people worldwide. Survival Radio Network, Survival Radio Christian Network, and our new Survival Sports Radio Network broadcast top-notch shows Sunday through Saturday. Check us out by visiting our website at www.survivalradionetwork.us. SRN, we do radio 1 million strong.
Welcome back to Revenue Radio. Woo, boy, can you believe we just went through a half an hour already? And it's funny, we went through a half an hour, it went by so fast, and we had Dr. Ed Womack, who was phenomenal. I can't wait for tomorrow at Passion the Prophets here in Atlanta, where we get to hear him live. I'm telling you, if you have not registered, you need to go on and register. Text the word text ATL to 929-244-4323. 929-244-4323. Register for the Passion to Profits event. I'm telling you right now, just put it up on the site now so that you all can get discounted tickets. Do it now. Get in, get ready, get there. You're going to enjoy yourself. I promise you will. There's so much content for you. And Ed mentioned something before I go on. And actually, this actually ties into what I'm going to talk about as far as writing a book and writing a book fast. He mentioned that he spoke to someone that said, oh, all these seminars are all the same. All these conferences are all the same. Here's the difference between going to seminars and them being the same and them not being the same. The difference is you. You have to go to work. Once you hear the information, someone is there to share information that works for them once they actually put the ideas and the systems to work. Going to a seminar won't change you any more than going to church will change you from being a good person or not. You actually have to put action behind it. If you don't put the action behind it, nothing will change and you will feel they're all the same. You understand? I hope you do. So once again, if for those of you who don't know who I am, once again, I'm Barrett Matthews of E2E Systems. I am also the founder of the Book Writers Procrastination Club, and I'm an author. I wrote the book called Why Didn't You Get It Done? A Guide to Helping You Get Off Your Assets. That's me. I wrote the book, Why Didn't You Get It Done? A Guide to Helping You Get Off Your Assets. Now, this book is now a bestseller. And I want to thank those of you who supported me in purchasing the book. It's now a bestseller, and I want you all to make sure you read the book. You know, some of you have bought books. I know a lot of you out there, you have books in your library. Lots of them. You didn't even thought about reading those books, except for the day when you bought it. You haven't thought of it since then. So I'm encouraging you to read the book, especially read my book, Why Didn't You Get It Done? Because it can help you to transform yourself into someone who just talks about it and to someone who's doing it. And today we want to talk to you about doing it when it comes to writing your book. too many people out there talk about it. I mean, you've probably said it yourself. One of these days, I'm going to write a book. One of these days, I'm going to be an author. I see all these people writing. It's gonna be me one of these days. Someday it's going to be me. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Last time I checked, someday and one day are not on the calendar. Someday and one day are not on the calendar. These things are only going to happen when you take action. And when you take action, today, take action now. Get these things done. Start writing your book. Now, you're saying, well, Barrett, what makes you the authority on this? Well, this book I wrote here, you know how long it took me to write it? 6 days. I did it in 6 days. And as I always say, on the 7th day, I rested. But I'm encouraging you that you can do the same thing. But you actually have to get out there and put the action behind it. We can help you with that with the Booking Club. Kelly and I have joined forces, and we're going to, because Kelly runs into a lot of people who want to be authors. Well, we've joined forces, and what we're going to do is help you to do that. And I am just super proud to not only work with her, but to work with you. I'm excited about working with you and making sure that you can become an author. Now, some of you, I get this a lot. Some people say they've started on a book, but they put it down or they just don't know where to go from there. And sometimes it's writer's block. Sometimes it's just, how do I put it? I don't want to call it laziness because it's not necessarily laziness, but sometimes you let things get in the way and distract you and you change your focus. If you are focused on getting the book done, trust me, you'll get it done. You'll get it done. But you have to stay focused on it because it's not always an easy task. Sometimes it requires you to dig deep depending on what the book is about and pull out some emotions that you would actually prefer that they lay dormant, but you have to get them out. I was just talking with Bernadette Stannis last week, and we were talking about some of the authors out there who they also like to speak. And when they speak, they burst into tears because they're talking about some traumatic moment in their life and they can't get it out all the time. And I told them, I said, at that point, your story still owns you. One of the best ways to get to where you own your story is to put it on paper, to write it out, put it in a book, let others read the story. At that moment, not only can they relate to your story, but you now own that story so you won't get up crying every time that you say it. Because that's not to say that you can't be emotional about your story, because you probably will be. But if you can't tell the story without crying, you can't tell the story because all people hear is you blubbering. They won't hear the story. You want to get to where you own the story so much that you can actually tell the story. Trust me, with that emotion in it, they'll cry too, but at least they'll hear the story. I hope that makes sense. But if you're writing it, that's the way that you can take ownership. And it's also a way to draw people to you to make them want to hear you, which is my next point. The book is not designed, I repeat, the book is not designed for you to become wealthy. Some of you have the wrong focus when it comes to writing the book. Writing a book should be done for you to get your story out to people because you have a message to tell, to give to people. It may be for you to just get some creativity out of your head. It may be as a business card, so to speak. What do I mean by that? Books today are like a business card on steroids. You want to be known as the author and coach or the author and speaker because now it gives you some credibility, some authenticity that you need in order to get out and make the public want to listen to you, want to talk to you, want to see you. That book helps do that for you. And we can show you how to do that. Now, I want to make it clear. If you are in this just to make money, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it because you'll frustrate yourself. Very, 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 very few people who write a book make a lot of money. Very few. So, I mean, you have a better chance of having an NFL career than making a lot of money with the book. That I just want to put it out there. So just so you know how tough it is for you to really make a lot of money with a book. But that book can lead you into avenues that can bring you a lot of money. I hope it does. So let's talk about you writing your book. Do you even have the concept of what you want the book to be about? If you don't have the concept, what I want to do is sit down with you, have a discovery session where we talk about what you want to write the book about. Because I've talked to several people and they come to me and they say, well, I want to write a book, but I don't know what I want it to be about. I have so many different things. Here's the thing. You don't have to write one book about everything that's in your head. You don't. You don't have to write one book about everything that's in your head. You can write several books. What you need to write down are each concept. You need to write down each concept that you want to write about so that you can write several books. You can do that. You don't have to put everything that's in here. And here's the thing. Let's say you have one concept, but that story or that book or that subject matter can lead you into a long, drawn out process. You can write several books on that same concept instead of putting everything in one book. Prime example, I just spoke to my dear friend Crystal Hughes last week. She has a book that she's about to put out. It's going to be incredible. I can't wait for you guys to hear this story. But Crystal told me she has enough for 25 chapters. I said, Crystal, that should be 3 books then. You should have seen her light up because at that moment she realized, oh my goodness, you just changed my whole game. Because now instead of one long book, she has 3 different books. She can make a series and draw attention to each one to get everyone drawn into the whole series. Think about Harry Potter. Think about Star Wars. Think about how a series can go and keeps you anticipating the next one. You can do the same thing for yourself. So that's one thing I want to tell you. When you're writing a book, you don't have to put everything that's in your head into one book. They can go into several books. Then what I want to talk about is an outline. This is very important. What we want to do is have an outline of what you want the book to, how the progression of your book is supposed to go. See, sometimes, and I want to make this clear. Let me make this perfectly clear to you. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. It does not have to be perfect. Your book can change, can evolve throughout the process. You can go back and say, you know what? I don't like that. I want to change it to this. No one's going to beat you up over doing that. It's your book. So you can go back and change some things, but it's better if you have a framework, which is an outline as to where you're going to go. See, if you have an outline, then you can talk on the important points that you want to bring about in that book. You can write about those points and you don't leave those things out because you have the framework in your outline, and then you can add the ancillary information in there as you go, but you have a framework to work with. By doing that, it will save you so much time and effort just by having an outline. Now, it may not be easy to put the outline together. We can help you that at the Book Writers Procrastination Club. But the thing is, you have to put one together. If you put an outline together, it makes your book run so smoothly. You can have it done a lot quicker because you have a way to go. See, some of you sit down at your computer and just start typing, then you stop. And you have no framework as to where you want to go. You have no outline. You have no structure of how you want to tell your story, how you want to give your information. And that leaves you writing chapters, then going back thinking, oh my goodness, I should have put that here, should have gotten that there. And you're trying to figure out where you were. And I know some of you are nodding your head right now because you know I'm right. I'm talking about you. What I want you to do is to put an outline together before you start writing, before you go into all the rigmarole that goes into putting your story together. Before you do that, put together an outline. Now, the outline can then tell you what your chapters will be, because I know that's the question everybody always wants to know. What about my chapters? How do I put my chapters together? If you put together an outline of how you want the progression to go, not only can that tell you how your chapters will go, but it can also tell you the titles of your chapter. It will be right there in your outline. It may not be the exact words in your outline, but it will give you something to spark an idea, to give a catchy chapter title. You know, so if you have that outline as to which direction you want to go, how the progression of your book should go, it can do a lot of things for you. It can actually tell you where to go and putting the chapter together. It can tell you what chapter titles you may want to bring up. Now, when you're writing the book, don't worry about your grammar. Don't worry about the spelling. What you want to make sure that you have down pat is your research. Your research needs to be on point. If you're going to quote someone, make sure you have the quote right. If you're going to give a date and a time of a specific incident, make sure you have that right. If you're going to have someone's name who may have a name that's not spelled the way people may always think, make sure you have the spelling right. Because the last thing you want to do is put a book out and have the spelling wrong, have the date wrong, have your facts wrong. Someone will point that out. And guess what happens to that credibility? You got it. Right down the tube, because you lost your credibility because now you're not the expert. So you want to make sure that you have all of your research done properly when you're writing the book. And you also want to just make sure that you give credit. If someone did a quote, give them credit for writing that, doing that quote. If someone wrote a book, give them credit for writing that book if you're going to use the name of that book in your book. You want to make sure you have those things. See, I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're thinking about the things like, my book cover, illustrations in the book. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. But those are not the important things in writing the book. Those things are so easy to do. You can take care of that in no time. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that. Now, when you're writing the book, you want to make sure that you have great editing. Because you don't have to worry about whether things are spelled right. You don't have to worry about the grammar if you've got a good editor. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Good editors can be difficult to find. Good editors can be difficult to find. You have, because it's good to see some of their work. Now, see, for instance, what a lot of you think, and this is a big mistake people make when they're writing a book, is that if I take my book and I write my book and I send it to the editor, and when the editor sends it back, I'm ready to go. No, doesn't work that way. Because a lot of times you're going to be reading your book like 3 or 4 times because you have to edit what the editor did. Because sometimes the editor did something, but that's not what it's supposed to be. And sometimes, guess what? Editors are human too. They make mistakes as well. And sometimes you may have to check what they have edited. And that's okay. It's okay because they did most of the dirty work for you that you didn't want to do. And that's why you paid them. Sometimes they make a mistake. Don't get mad. Oh, my editor made a mistake. You just go back and read your book again. Read your book and make sure that everything that you wanted that editor to put in there is done correctly, and make sure that it reads smoothly. It should always read smoothly because it's your book. You want it to read smoothly, and you want it to be understandable when someone picks your book up. So that's one of the things. Don't think that your editor, once they edit it, it's done. No, you may have to send it back for revision or re-edit. That's okay. Don't panic. Don't get scared. Don't get nervous when that happens. It happens. Now, another thing, and this is an area where a lot of people don't think about when it comes to a book, and you find out when it comes down, when you think you're ready to put it out there, that this is one of the things after the editing that you really have to take into consideration, and that's layout. Laying out your book properly. When I wrote my first book, I had someone look at it, and he says, you know, your book is okay, but he said the words on your page, they don't have a pop. They don't sing to me. I didn't know what he meant at first. I'll be honest. I didn't know what he meant at first. But what he explained that what he meant was that the way the book was laid out on the page, it didn't make me say, okay, this is any different than any other book. The way your book is laid out, there's an aesthetic value that you have to take into consideration. Have you ever seen a book, and when you go to say the first page of a chapter, it's laid out a little differently. It may have the number of the chapter on the one side of the page, or in a big number up front, or the title in a big name, or different font somewhere just to start out the book, or a picture on something that makes it stand out, because that's the layout. The layout is what's important when you're writing that book. Now, I want to make sure that I tell you guys, if you have any questions right now, you can call in. Please feel free to call in right now to 347-989-8385. That's 347-989-8385. If you have any questions on writing your book, that's what we're here to do. We want to make sure that you have all of those questions answered for yourself, okay? So 347-989-8385. If you have any questions, we have about 10 minutes left or less, and we want to make sure I get to any questions you may have on writing a book. Now, once you've laid it out, then and only then should you have to worry about your book cover or your illustrations if you want to. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret. Many of you know of graphic designers yourself, which is great. If you know of a graphic designer that can put your book together, I recommend going with what you know. But there are other graphic designers out there, and I know several people who have gone to services such as Elance or Freelancer or Guru.com and had someone design their book for them. I know several people who have gone to Fiverr.com and had someone design their book cover for them. I've also known people to go to those sites to find an editor or a layout person. Now, at Book Writers Procrastination Club, we have someone that handles those things. So if you want us to take care of it for you, we have someone to do that. But the thing is, we have different programs for you to do that. Now, I know we talked a little bit about it last week, but you guys can also self-publish your book. You can go to sites like createspace.com and actually get someone, get an ISBN number, get all of the stuff you need to put your book out there so that you can self-publish your book. Doesn't cost you a thing. Then all you have to do is just buy your copies and have them shipped to you. Just like that. Just like that. And you're done. It doesn't have to be a hard and arduous task, but you can do it. Now, let me tell you about some of the programs that we have with the Book Writers Procrastination Club. And I'll be going over this again Sunday because I know many of you will be on the broadcast with Bernadette Stannis. Now, first, we have the Book Writers Procrastination Club conference call. We meet once a week. We do a 30-minute call. And what we do is we have a monthly accountability. It's a private Facebook group we have. You do have weekly assignments. You have assignments you have to do every week to make sure that you are completing your book or working on your next book or doing whatever you need to do for your book. Then we have spotlights where we actually will spotlight one person each week who is an author with us to do it. And we also bring in guest speakers. So we have guest authors who may come in and talk to you. I know Brother Bedford was one of the people I talked about a while. Brother Bedford just put a book out this week. He's got another book. That man is phenomenal. And he can show you how to get to being an Amazon bestseller because he's done it several times and he's worked with other people, including me, to do that. Now, the Book Writers Procrastination Club, it runs $97 a month. And that's for every month. We are running a special right now for $27 a month. So you can do that right now for $27 a month. And every week you'll be a part of our group, our private group, where we will help you become an author. Now, we have the mentorship program. The mentorship program is a private coach pairing. It means you'll have your own private coach to work with you on your book. You're going to get 10 calls a month with that mentor, 15 minutes each. You get 10 calls a month. You also will have weekly assignments, and we'll have status reports on where you are with your book. There is accountability in all of this. There's status going into all of this. And you're also going to get included in being one of our published authors, so we will help promote your book as well once it's done. That program is $297 a month, and it's actually going to go up to $397 at the beginning of the year. If you work and do everything we tell you to do, you only have to pay for 1 month because you'll have your book done in a month if you do everything we tell you to do. Now, the Mastermind program is an all-day intensive with me and Kelly. You have an all-day class starting at 9 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. You're going to go over a 30-minute discovery session where we're going to find out everything about what you want to do with your book. You're going to have 3 hours of action coaching with me, where I'm going to make sure in those 3 hours that you get some stuff done for that book. You're going to get 4 hours of book coaching with Kelly when it goes down to the outside aesthetics of getting your book done. And you're going to get 1 hour of brainstorming, where we're going to just brainstorm with you on not only that book, but other book ideas. And you're going to have an extended book outline creation, meaning that when you leave, your outline is done. You're going to spend all day with us, and your outline is done. So all you got to do is just fill in the blanks. It's that simple. That program, the Mastermind program, is an all-day course. It costs $697. And then we have the Pro Coaching program. The Pro Coaching is a 12-week private accountability coaching program. 12 weeks. You're going to get 30-minute discovery session. You're going to get weekly assignments. You're going to get 12 30-minute book coaching sessions, and you're going to get 12 30-minute action coaching sessions with me, where we're going to make sure that we get stuff done. By the time you are done with that book, and you're also going to get an hour of brainstorming as well, but by the time you're done with the Pro Coaching program, not only will you have your book done, you'll have your book published, and you will have your book promoted. That program is $1,997 for that whole program. All 12 weeks, you'll get it for only $1,997. So that's phenomenal. We also have, for those of you who are just too busy, some of you are just too busy. You can't write the book. You're just so tired, and you just have so much to do. You want to get the book really, really bad, but you don't have the time. This is only for you. It's called the Book in a Day program. The Book in a Day program, where we're going to spend a day with you, going over everything, we're taking notes from you on everything you need in your book, and we will actually write the book for you. We're going to actually take everything, all of your information, book in a day. You spend 1 day with us. We will actually write the book for you and put the book out there. It's your book, your name, your information. You go on that book. But we will do that for you in the Book in a Day program. So we're going to cover all of that for you with the Book Writers Procrastination Club. Now, as I said, I have a very, very, very special announcement Sunday night on the Book Writers Procrastination Club broadcast with Bernadette Stannis, our special guest. And I want to make sure all of you register. Text the word Thelma to 929-244-4323. Text the word Thelma to 929-244-4323. Now, I want to mention, we have coaching programs that where we can have you with your book done in 30 days. If you are someone that wants to write that book in 30 days, I'm going to tell you what I want you to do right now. I'm going to give you my private number. Text, just tell me I want to, just text the words 30 days to 301-326-9919. Text 30 days, and I will get with you, and we can get your book done in 30 days. I want to remind you before I let you go, make sure you join our Revenue Radio Facebook group. Also, come tomorrow to Passion to Profits Atlanta. I have tickets, discounted price. Text ATL to 929-244-4323. Text ATL to 929-244-4323. Also, coming up, I have a call to action, which is coming up next month, December. Text the word call to 929-244-4323. And on December 12th, we have Awaken the Force Boot Camp in Maryland. And that, text the word Awaken to 929-244-4323. Text the word Awaken and get discounted prices for those early bird specials. Join me Sunday with Bernadette Stannis as we welcome her and on her new book. I want to thank everyone for joining me today on Revenue Radio. Where did the time go? As I always say, don't just settle for being awesome. Set your goal to awe them all. Take action.